Oh, I love this line coming up.
One gigantic motherfucker.
You can see Arnold is actually going to pick up a phone booth. He just tossed over a phone booth. This is crazy. I think that was like 10 cops. What is up, guys? It is Drumdums Watches time. It's Epic Movie Month in the McCoy house, and I thought, hey, what better than an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Commando? That's what we're going to be doing. And if you don't know what Drumdums Watches is, I'll put on a movie, and just throughout the movie, I'll pop up the camera and I'll give my thoughts on that scene, or maybe a personal experience, whatever. It could be anything really. But yeah, so this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm sure Durant Cinema would love to be here with me doing this because he's such an Arnold fan. So really excited. So I'm going to pick up the remote here and I'm going to hit play for Commando. Bam. And we're off. All right, so we are in the first scene. The garbage man just came on and just shot the guy full of holes. I remember when I first saw this back in on HBO, I think in the 80s. And what a way to start a movie. But yeah, I got two cameras going here. I'm actually pointing towards what you see on the screen, so you'll see that right there in that little box. He just ran over the car salesman. It's crazy. So right away, they are setting things up. Things are getting set in motion immediately. And that's what I love about Commando. It moves so fast. You don't even get a second to take a break. There is not a dry spot in this movie, as ridiculous as it is. But it knows what it is. That's what's great about Commando. And we got our the main baddie. He's driving off. And this was kind of an interesting opening. Boat blows up and you think he's dead. Bam! There we go. And there he is, the man. The arms, the chainsaw. Arnold was just a wrecking force back then. I mean, there was like the biggest action stars, and then there was Arnold Schwarzenegger way up here. He had that whole, the macho vibe. He had the body. He had everything. He was larger than life, literally. All right, here we go. We are well into the intro. You got Arnie's daughter, played by Alyssa Milano, who I had a huge crush on back when I was a kid. Did you know that Alyssa Milano and I are the same age? Yeah. But I remember when I showed my kids this movie for the first time, they always laughed when they saw Arnie and his daughter feeding the deer. I don't know why. They just thought that was the most ridiculous thing ever. All right, one of my favorite scenes right here. This really sets up who John Matrix is. He doesn't negotiate with terrorists. Wrong. Oh God, I love this. Get him, John Matrix. What a badass. This man really just defies logic. He's really a superhuman. Superhero, I guess. Even though he's supposed to be human. But it's like the script writers were like, he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, so automatically he's going to have superpowers. That's just the way they see it. I mean, he's breaking chains in this movie, literally. He's pushing a truck down a hill. He will stop at nothing to get his daughter. All right, so Arnold just killed one of Bennett's men on the plane. Just gave him the big old elbow drop, the Arnold elbow drop. And please don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. This movie has so many one-liners. I mean, I could literally just keep this camera on for the whole movie because there's always something to talk about. Everything is just preposterous, ridiculous, but it's so amazing. It's bubblegum. That's what this movie is. He's on a plane right now. He's about to jump off of a freaking plane, people. Come on. There it is. Oh, Arnold is the best. We will never have action movies like this again, people. This is the pinnacle. This is it. All right, now we got Radon Chong just came on screen, and I gotta talk about one of my favorite characters in this, played by David Patrick Kelly, who was also in The Crow. He played T-Bird, but yeah, he is. This is one of my favorite like villain characters in a movie because he's just such a scumbag pig. Ugh. I guess kind of like Donald Trump, who just became our president today or won the election. But I'm not gonna make this political. Anyway, back to Sully. Yeah, his character's name is Sully. And we just passed the scene where he told him, "You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last." But he just will not leave Radon Chong alone, which is good for Matrix, John Matrix, because he needs her to get to his daughter. I got something I'd really like to give you. What a scumbag. Alright, I'm trying to make this interactive, so I just posted on Twitter. Currently watching Commando for new Drumdums Watches vid. Reply to this post and I'll mention it during the video. So let's see if we get any replies to this, and I'll mention it in this video. Okay, so we are about to get into one of the biggest scenes from the movie, the big mall shootout, when John Matrix just goes apeshit, really. Oh, I love this line coming up.
Attention all units.
Here we go.
On theater level. Suspect 6'2", brown hair. One gigantic motherfucker.
This is it. Here we go. Look at that. He's whipping ass. It's awesome. Sully is losing it. He doesn't know what the hell's going on right now. I get so excited during this scene. I'm losing my mind. You can see Arnold is actually going to pick up a phone booth. He just tossed over a phone booth. This is crazy. I think that was like 10 cops. Alright, so I got a couple of Twitter posts already. One from Jay Anthony, Mesmerized for Life. And he says, one of Arnold's best movies, the younger generation, is clueless on this one. You have to do Total Recall too, bro. Total Recall is awesome. Might have to do that one. Arnold's movies are so fun for Drumdums Watches. But yeah. And then Jack's Channel of Stuff, he says, that film is the definition of 80s action fun. You are right, Jack. That's the big thing about Commando too. It's so fun. There's just so much comedy, you know, spread throughout the movie. And every character is given some really funny lines to throw off. It's not just the Arnold one-liners. It's also Radon Chong is saying some funny stuff like, "I've only known you 5 minutes and I want you dead too." Just Sully. I mean, everybody's funny in this movie. Even the villain, Bennett, has some funny lines. Another one of my favorite scenes. I mean, Arnold just manhandles him. I really believe Arnold could have held him by one leg too. I'm speechless right now because I just love this scene so much. I lied. Yes! Oh, and also this car, if talk about continuity errors, the car was completely obliterated on the side. And yeah, he pushed the car back over. But then when the car rides off, you can tell that there's no damage to it whatsoever. We're gonna see that here in just a second. See, the car is completely obliterated. Yep, now they're driving off. And look at the other side. There you go. So Arnold just broke into the ammo store and he is stocking up for World War III. Yeah, that's happening right now. And let me just say the score is so unique in this because it's more of a kind of a Dominican, Jamaican type score, which you wouldn't think would work for an action movie, but it does. And also they used this score or similar parts of this score in 48 Hours. So yeah. So this is the scene where Radon Chong really gets to shine. She's got the rocket launcher. She's gonna save Arnold. It's an awesome scene. Bam, there you go. Boom, love it. Action. Oh yeah. Can you imagine that, just driving down the street and seeing something like that happen? I will never kidnap John Matrix's daughter. All right, so I got a couple of comments on Instagram actually. Kenny Vegas says, excellent, classic 80s Arnold lines and lots of fake beards. I never noticed that about the fake beards. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. And then my good friend Rob Muse, Creature Feature, he says, Dutch Blaine 2020. That would be much better than what we got now. All right, guys, so I'm literally editing this right now. I got a couple more comments for Instagram that I didn't get while I was watching Commando, so I wanted to give those guys a shout out too. One from Stephen Lee, who was an old military buddy, and he's just happy that I'm watching Commando. He loves Commando. Also, Alexandra Vaughn, she says she just picked this up last week from Best Buy. Love that movie. That scene in the mall where he picks up and throws a phone booth with the guy cracks me up. It cracks me up too, Alexandria. Meat Hook Cinema says the scene in the garden shed could be from a slasher movie. Yeah, you're right. That was a brutal ass scene. And then Durant Cinema, who I mentioned at the beginning, who loves Arnold Schwarzenegger, I just gave him a boner. He is getting suited up and ready for war. This movie is just flying by so fast. Like, it feels like it's only been on for 20 minutes and it's in the third act already. That's how great Commando is. Oh yeah, we are in the middle of the action now. Oh, I love 80s action. This is so awesome. You have probably 50 soldiers and the biggest target possible, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they can't hit the guy. And he's not that fast. This is not a chick flick. All right, guys, we're nearing the end of the movie. As you can see, John Matrix is getting his daughter back, but Bennett is the only thing standing in his way. But Arnold is ready to party. Bennett was a crazy ass villain. I'm not gonna lie. But he was, he looked like he just came out of the Blue Oyster Bar. I'm questioning the clothing that they put on this guy. All right, guys, we are getting into the last segment of the movie. As you can see, John Matrix is taking care of business. This is it. But I've had so much fun doing this. This is such a great movie to do a Drumdums watch. Too. There's just a lot of meat to chew on, a lot you can talk about. And I had a blast doing this. Wasn't sure what movie I was gonna do for this episode, but then Arnold just jumped right out at me. So I thought, yeah, this is perfect. So anyway, throw down in the comments maybe some suggestions for the next Drumdums watches. I'll definitely do these maybe every couple weeks. And you know, we'll see how we do with these. And that's it, guys. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And Drumdum out.